Here is 101 fascinating facts about space that's happening right now as we speak. The James Webb Space Telescope is currently revealing the oldest galaxies ever observed, some dating back to less than 300 million years after the Big Bang. Each image deepens our understanding of cosmic history, unlocking mysteries about early star formation and galaxy evolution in unprecedented clarity. Mars hosts multiple active dust storms this season, with NASA rovers and orbiters collaborating to monitor atmospheric changes. These storms affect solar panel efficiency, surface conditions, and even dust deposition, providing real-time data on Martian weather patterns that could shape future exploration and colonization strategies. The International Space Station (ISS) is conducting experiments on combining plant and microbial life in microgravity to develop self-sustaining ecosystems. These bioregenerative systems are crucial for long-term space missions, offering potential breakthroughs in life support for missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. Currently, solar activity is increasing toward the next solar maximum around 2025, resulting in more frequent solar flares and coronal mass ejections, CMEs. These bursts emit significant radiation, which can disrupt satellite operations, affect Earth's ionosphere, and produce stunning auroras at increasingly lower latitudes. SpaceX's Starlink constellation continues deploying satellites at a pace of around 2 per day. With over 6,000 already in orbit, it's now shaping global internet access, but also raising concerns about light pollution, orbital congestion, and the potential for satellite collisions and space debris. China's Tianwen-2 mission is preparing to explore near-Earth asteroid 2016 HO3 as a quasi-satellite. Scheduled for launch soon, this mission aims to return asteroid samples and study its composition, a critical step in understanding near-Earth object dynamics and planetary defense techniques. Researchers are right now analyzing gravitational wave data from the LIGO and Virgo observatories. New detections suggest the existence of intermediate mass black hole mergers, a class of events never directly observed before, challenging our models of black hole formation and cosmic evolution. The Vera C. Rubin Observatory is completing its final calibration tests before the official start of the Legacy Survey of Space and Time. This massive sky mapping project will image the entire southern sky every few days, detecting transient phenomena like supernovae, near-Earth objects, and dark matter maps. JAXA and NASA's collaboration on lunar South Pole missions is ramping up, with landers and orbiters earmarked for 2026 to 2028. These missions aim to identify water ice deposits and test autonomous rovers for equipment that could support long-duration lunar habitats for future human explorers. The ExoMars Rosalind Franklin rover is undergoing final testing in Russia, preparing for departure to Mars. It will drill beneath the surface to search for signs of past or present life. If successful, it could rewrite our understanding of how life may arise in harsh planetary environments. The European Space Agency's ESA JUICE mission is en route to Jupiter and its icy moons. Launching in 2023, it's already cruising through the asteroid belt, collecting valuable data en route. Its ultimate goal is to study subsurface oceans on Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto for potential habitability. New discoveries in exoplanet atmospheres from the James Webb Telescope include signs of water vapor and clouds on temperate rocky planets. These preliminary data suggest that some exoplanets may have conditions suitable for habitability, even if only for microbial life, freeing us from Earth-centrism. China's Chang'e 7 lunar orbiter is gathering data about the Moon's south pole for water and mineral content. This high-resolution mapping is currently enabling strategic planning for future crewed lunar bases and mining operations, signaling a major shift toward lunar resource utilization. Meanwhile, robotic missions are exploring the Sun's outer corona in real time via ESA's Solar Orbiter and NASA's Parker Solar Probe. Both are providing unprecedented measurements of solar wind particles and solar magnetic field structures, essential for predicting space weather that affects Earth today. Astronomers are now tracking dozens of fast radio bursts, FRBs, from distant galaxies using CHIME, ESCAP, and Meerkat telescopes. These millisecond-long radio pulses remain mysterious. Some are now observed repeating, which hints at unknown astrophysical engines or even exotic new physics. Space agencies worldwide are designing technologies for in-orbit satellite servicing and debris removal. Japan's DOS mission and Northrop Grumman's mission extensions are demonstrating robotic refueling, component replacement, and controlled deorbiting, laying groundwork for sustainable space infrastructure in Earth orbit. Private companies are racing to win contracts for lunar mining, with Prospect Technologies, Intuitive Machines, and a space developing payloads to extract water ice or rare earth elements. These missions, some set for launch in 2026 to 2028, mark a milestone in commercial resource prospecting in space. Researchers are actively experimenting with manufacturing metal alloys and microgravity aboard the ISS. The results are showing unexpected crystal structures and improved material properties, offering potential innovations in aerospace engineering and manufacturing processes here on Earth. Current efforts to test compact nuclear reactors for space propulsion and lunar bases are underway. NASA's Kilopower and multiple international firms are evaluating small fission systems that could provide reliable, high-output power for long-duration missions or extraterrestrial habitats. An explosion from a previously undocumented supernova SN 2025A was recently spotted in a nearby galaxy. Astronomers are racing to observe its light curve, spectra, and shockwave expansion. These data will inform models of stellar death, chemical enrichment of galaxies, and cosmic element production. NASA's Artemis II crew, the first humans set to return to the moon in over 50 years, is currently undergoing final training in underwater simulations and G-force centrifuges. These sessions mimic lunar gravity and re-entry pressure, preparing astronauts for the first crewed mission around the moon since Apollo 17. Scientists are currently tracking a strange interstellar object, 2023 KX-7, passing through our solar system. Unlike Oumuamua, this one emits an unexpected chemical signature that doesn't match comets or asteroids. Some researchers suspect it's a fragment of a larger, ancient interstellar planet or even artificial debris. The James Webb Space Telescope just detected complex organic molecules in a distant star-forming region, including polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. These molecules are essential for life, and their presence in early galaxies suggests that the building blocks of biology were seeded far earlier and more widely than previously believed. Astronomers are actively monitoring a strange quasar with a flickering core that dims and brightens over days instead of years. This phenomenon challenges current black hole accretion models and suggests the presence of unknown quantum or relativistic effects near a supermassive black hole's event horizon. A record number of CubeSats are being deployed from low Earth orbit this year, many by universities and startups. These tiny satellites are enabling low-cost Earth monitoring, climate research, and even amateur astronomy, democratizing access to space and producing petabytes of data weekly. Astronauts aboard the ISS are currently performing bone density experiments using lab-grown osteoblasts to study how zero-gravity affects skeletal regeneration. This research is crucial for developing medical interventions for astronauts on deep space missions and for osteoporosis treatment back on Earth. ESA's EarthCare satellite, launched recently, is gathering real-time data on how clouds and aerosols affect Earth's radiation balance. This mission is one of the most precise climate monitoring satellites ever created, capable of improving climate prediction models by observing vertical cloud structures from space. The Moon is experiencing an unusual number of small impacts, possibly due to increased meteor activity from a yet unnamed asteroid stream. Seismometers left behind by past Apollo missions and modern orbiters are capturing these quakes, helping map subsurface features never previously known. Right now, Voyager 1, launched in 1977, is still transmitting data from interstellar space, over 15 billion miles away. Scientists are working to decode corrupted telemetry and manage power as its nuclear battery slowly fades. Each bit of data could be our last message from the edge of the solar system. Astronomers using the Event Horizon Telescope are analyzing new data to resolve the rotating shadow of Sagittarius A*, the black hole at the center of our galaxy. These rotating distortions offer new evidence of space-time warping and spin behavior near the event horizon. India's space agency ISRO is preparing to launch the Gaganyaan mission, its first human spaceflight. Final test flights of the crew module's escape system are happening now, and full crew selection and training is underway, aiming to place Indian astronauts in low Earth orbit by 2025. NASA's OSIRIS-RX mission successfully returned asteroid samples from Bennu last year, and researchers are currently analyzing grains that contain water-bearing clay minerals and complex organics. These findings provide fresh clues about how Earth might have acquired its oceans and even life through asteroid delivery. There's active construction of the Lunar Gateway underway, a space station that will orbit the Moon and serve as a staging point for deep space missions. Components from NASA ESA and JAXA are being tested now, with launches scheduled over the next 2 years. Private space company Axiom Space is developing commercial modules that will attach to the ISS. These modules, some nearing completion, will eventually detach to become an independent station, marking the first transition from government to privately owned space infrastructure in Earth's orbit. Right now, astrophysicists are tracking hundreds of rogue planets, massive worlds not bound to any star. Some are being studied for internal heating or magnetic fields, suggesting they could harbor subsurface oceans despite wandering the galaxy in complete darkness. NASA's Perseverance rover is currently caching Martian rock samples in tubes for eventual return to Earth. These tubes are part of the most ambitious sample return effort in history, and scientists are already seeing signs of past water activity in layered sediment collected from Jezero crater. The Hubble Space Telescope is undergoing software upgrades while still in orbit. Engineers are using uplink patches to reprogram its gyroscopes and correct pointing errors, demonstrating that even 30-year-old spacecraft can remain valuable with remote software fixes. Astronomers are closely monitoring a new stellar nova in the Milky Way, a star that has temporarily become over 100,000 times brighter than usual. These observations help refine models of binary star evolution, mass transfer, and the physics of catastrophic nuclear reactions. ESA's Euclid Space Telescope is now capturing high-resolution images of dark matter distribution using weak gravitational lensing. The data will help construct the most detailed 3D map of the dark universe ever, helping to answer what dark matter and dark energy actually are. Several nations are actively deploying space weather satellites like NOAA's SWFO-L1 and China's Fengyan 5, which monitor solar flares and geomagnetic storms in real time. These satellites are critical to preventing GPS failures, power grid blackouts, and aviation disruptions during intense solar activity. India's Chandrayaan-3 lander, which successfully touched down near the lunar South Pole, is currently being analyzed remotely to assess its long-term survivability in extreme cold. The mission's real-time data is offering unprecedented insight into the region's thermal conditions and mineral composition, which were previously only theorized. Astrobiologists are running new simulations using data from Europa Clipper to model what microbial life might look like beneath Europa's icy crust. These models are being refined using real-time chemistry data from Earth's deepest oceans, particularly from hydrothermal vents in Mariana Trench environments. NASA's DART mission, which successfully nudged the asteroid Dimorphos in 2022, is still yielding new data. Telescopes tracking the asteroid pair reveal unexpected structural shifts and ejecta trails. The findings are helping scientists understand kinetic impact strategies for defending Earth against future asteroid threats. At this moment, Starship, the world's most powerful rocket, is undergoing engine reconfiguration and pad repairs at SpaceX's Boca Chica site after recent test launches. Engineers are racing to make it reusable within hours, aiming for rapid orbital logistics that could support Mars colonization or massive orbital stations. Researchers using the JWST are tracking a cosmic web filament, a massive thread-like structure of gas and dark matter stretching over 100 million light-years. This discovery supports simulations of how galaxies cluster in the universe and helps map the scaffolding that cosmic matter clings to. Satellite data from Copernicus Sentinel-5P is currently being used to track rising levels of methane hotspots in Siberia and India. This real-time atmospheric monitoring helps identify key contributors to climate change and could influence environmental policy and industrial regulation on a global scale. The ISS's Cold Atom Lab is currently running quantum physics experiments that are impossible on Earth. Scientists are chilling atoms to near absolute zero in zero gravity, creating Bose-Einstein condensates and unlocking experimental physics that could impact computing, timekeeping, and even gravitational research. NASA's Capstone CubeSat is orbiting the Moon right now, testing the stability of the unique near-rectilinear halo orbit that the Lunar Gateway will use. The spacecraft is providing real-time navigational insights that were purely theoretical until now, essential for future crewed lunar missions. Astronomers are watching a newly discovered super-Earth exoplanet called TOI 715b, located in the habitable zone of its red dwarf star. Real-time spectroscopy is being used to search for signs of water vapor or even biosignature gases, potentially making it one of the most Earth-like candidates yet. The largest space telescope mirror ever built, the 15-meter mirror for NASA's LUVOIR concept, is currently undergoing scale modeling and vibrational stress testing. Once approved, this future telescope could detect Earth-sized planets, atmospheric chemicals, and even technosignatures from alien civilizations with unparalleled clarity. The Moon is becoming increasingly crowded, with multiple countries simultaneously planning lunar missions. Japan's Slim Lander, the UAE's Rashid rover, and private U.S. missions are all currently navigating orbital trajectories or planning landings. This marks the beginning of what some call the lunar gold rush. NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft, launched in 1977, recently corrected a 2-degree antenna misalignment remotely from over 12 billion miles away. Scientists held their breath for over 37 hours waiting for the delayed signal return, a testament to the spacecraft's resilience and the skill of mission control. Astronomers using ALMA are observing the chemical composition of exoplanet-forming disks in real time. One surprising find, phosphine, a potential biosignature, has been tentatively detected in young disks, suggesting that precursors to life might arise during planetary formation far more commonly than once assumed. Real-time seismic data from NASA's InSight lander on Mars has revealed that the Martian core is partially molten and rich in sulfur. This challenges prior models and provides key insight into Mars' geodynamic evolution, crustal thickness, and lack of a global magnetic field. Astronauts aboard the ISS are cultivating space lettuce under LED grow lights in a humidity-controlled system. The experiment, ongoing now, focuses on taste, nutrition, and microbial load. If successful, it could support fresh food production during multi-year missions to Mars and beyond. The upcoming Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope is undergoing final thermal vacuum tests before launch in 2026. Designed to observe dark energy and microlensing events, it will track thousands of exoplanets and expand the census of planetary systems throughout the Milky Way. A strange pulsar, dubbed PSR J0901-4046, is baffling scientists by emitting pulses every 76 seconds, much slower than any previously recorded. Radio observatories are monitoring it in real time, considering whether it's a new type of magnetar or an object representing a whole new stellar class. Commercial space company Blue Origin is actively upgrading its New Glenn launch vehicle to compete with Starship. Prototype components are currently undergoing vibration and fuel tank testing. If successful, it could bring a new wave of competition to heavy-lift launch markets and deep space missions. Astronomers are watching a cosmic baby boom in a newly discovered cluster of galaxies 13 billion light-years away. Using real-time JWST imaging, they are seeing dozens of galaxies undergoing simultaneous starbursts, raising questions about how galaxies matured so quickly after the Big Bang. There is currently a global effort to track thousands of pieces of space junk caused by Russia's 2021 anti-satellite test. Real-time avoidance maneuvers by the ISS and other satellites are necessary as these debris clouds continue to pose serious risks to orbital infrastructure. Astronomers are currently detecting bursts of radio waves, called fast radio bursts, FRBs, from a mysterious repeating source over 3 billion light-years away. What's perplexing is that it pulses with perfect regularity, like a cosmic heartbeat. Some researchers now wonder if it could be an artificial signal. Right now, the Chinese space station Tiangong is expanding with new modules, becoming a fully functional low Earth orbit lab. It houses international payloads and cutting-edge experiments, and China is actively inviting other nations to collaborate, reshaping the geopolitical dynamics of space research. ESA's Hera mission, part of the planetary defense system, is en route to analyze the aftermath of NASA's DART impact. It's currently calibrating instruments that will map Dimorpho's altered orbit, surface craters, and interior composition, crucial for validating Earth's first successful asteroid deflection. SpaceX's Starlink satellite constellation is growing rapidly, with over 6,000 satellites currently orbiting Earth. Real-time orbital tracking shows they now pass over every region of the globe, providing internet access to remote areas and stirring controversy about light pollution and space debris risks. Astronomers monitoring a newborn star cluster, designated NGC 346, have detected the presence of carbon chains forming in real time. These are essential organic building blocks, and their presence in star-forming regions supports the theory that life's precursors may form far before planets even solidify. The JWST recently revealed a distant galaxy, CIRS 93316, that existed just 235 million years after the Big Bang. This observation, happening now, is rewriting our understanding of how quickly stars and galaxies emerged and could challenge the standard model of cosmic evolution. NASA's Dragonfly drone mission to Saturn's moon Titan is deep in planning phases. Engineers are currently simulating Titan's dense atmosphere and low gravity in giant vacuum chambers to perfect the drone's vertical flight. If successful, it could explore an alien landscape with lakes of methane. Climate scientists are using satellite constellations like PlanetScope to monitor deforestation in the Amazon in real time. Machine learning algorithms process daily data to detect illegal logging within 24 hours, allowing for immediate alerts to environmental enforcement teams on the ground. Astronomers are currently recording mysterious X-ray echoes around black holes. These echoes are believed to be light bouncing off warped space-time or gas clouds near the event horizon. New data is helping scientists test Einstein's theory of general relativity in the most extreme environments imaginable. The U.S. Space Force is actively tracking hundreds of unidentified orbital objects, classified as non-cooperative space actors. Many appear to be tumbling or maneuvering oddly. Some analysts believe this could include foreign surveillance tech or experimental propulsion systems not yet disclosed to the public. Mars's seasonal dust storms are currently intensifying, and NASA's orbiters are capturing time-lapse imagery. These storms can grow planet-wide and completely block sunlight, as seen during Opportunity's final days. Engineers monitor them closely to protect solar-powered rovers like Perseverance from energy depletion. The moon Enceladus is currently spewing ice and vapor from cracks in its south pole. Real-time Cassini data reveal that these plumes contain organic compounds, and future missions are being planned to fly directly through them to search for life in the moon's subsurface ocean. Astronomers are watching a white dwarf star siphon gas from a nearby red giant in real time. This binary system may trigger a Type Ia supernova, a rare event that serves as a standard candle for measuring the expansion of the universe itself. Cosmic ray detectors aboard the ISS are logging a spike in high-energy particles, possibly due to a distant supernova explosion that occurred centuries ago. This sudden increase is helping astrophysicists trace the origins and journey of cosmic rays through galactic magnetic fields. Real-time spectroscopic analysis of Saturn's rings has shown that they're vanishing faster than expected due to ring rain, particles being pulled into the planet by gravity and magnetic forces. At this rate, Saturn's majestic rings may disappear within 100 million years, a blink in cosmic time. Space weather forecasts are now being issued almost like Earth's weather, thanks to the real-time monitoring of the Sun's surface by NASA's SDO and ESA's Solar Orbiter. These tools track coronal holes, sunspots, and solar flares that can disrupt GPS and power grids on Earth. China is developing a lunar radio telescope called Qichao-2 that will be placed on the moon's far side. It will be shielded from Earth's radio interference, allowing it to detect signals from the early universe that have never been observed due to human-made noise. New satellite data suggests the Earth's core may be slowing down relative to the mantle, possibly reversing its spin. Scientists analyzing seismic wave patterns are debating the implications, which could influence Earth's magnetic field and even alter the length of days over millennia. Astronomers are using the test satellite to track hundreds of new exoplanet candidates. Many are Earth-sized and orbit within the habitable zones of their stars. Real-time validation is ongoing, and some of these worlds might be suitable for future atmospheric analysis and even signs of life. Currently, a massive solar filament is winding across the Sun's surface, stretching over 1 million kilometers. If it snaps and erupts, it could trigger a powerful coronal mass ejection that might reach Earth, affecting satellites, power grids, and aviation, hence why space agencies are on high alert. Astronomers are monitoring a black hole at the center of a distant galaxy that is currently burping gas and matter after consuming a nearby star. These emissions are being captured in real time, offering unprecedented insights into how black holes digest material and eject energy across light years. Right now, multiple radio observatories are tracking mysterious dark galaxies. Galaxies almost entirely composed of dark matter, with little to no visible stars. These elusive structures challenge fundamental models of galaxy formation and are being analyzed using deep sky gravitational lensing and hydrogen signature detections. The Earth's magnetic field is undergoing subtle changes in real time, tracked via satellites like SWARM and ICON. These changes could indicate upcoming pole reversals or fluctuations in solar wind shielding, both of which have long-term implications for climate and human-made technologies. There is an active international debate happening among scientists over a newly observed anomaly in the Hubble constant, the rate at which the universe expands. Observations by JWST suggest a tension that could mean the existence of a previously unknown force or particle influencing cosmic evolution. NASA's OSIRIS-RX mission, which recently returned samples from asteroid Bennu, is currently analyzing them for signs of water-bearing minerals and prebiotic molecules. Initial findings already hint at carbon-rich compounds, reinforcing the theory that life's building blocks may have been seeded on Earth by asteroids. Real-time satellite data from the moon's surface is showing strange thermal anomalies near ancient lava tubes. These regions remain surprisingly warm during the cold lunar night, making them prime candidates for future human habitation due to their natural insulation from radiation and temperature extremes. Astronomers are watching a phenomenon called galactic cannibalism, as a small galaxy is currently being torn apart and absorbed by the Milky Way. This event is stretching across thousands of light years and is helping researchers understand how our galaxy grew larger over billions of years. Planetary scientists are currently observing giant storms on Uranus and Neptune using infrared telescopes. These colossal systems appear to be long-lasting and may be driven by heat escaping from the planet's cores. Yet no mission has ever visited them up close, making this live monitoring critical. SpaceX's Polaris Dawn mission, set to launch soon, will test the first-ever commercial spacewalk in new EVA suits in low Earth orbit. The team is already rehearsing emergency procedures and depressurization drills, aiming to set the foundation for private orbital stations and long-duration space tourism. Scientists analyzing the James Webb Space Telescope's data have noticed extremely metallic elements in ancient stars from just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. These metals shouldn't exist so early, suggesting the universe's first stars may have died more violently than previously believed. Russia's Luna 25 mission crash-landed on the moon recently, and its failed descent is being forensically analyzed in real time. The telemetry and impact data may help refine landing systems for future autonomous lunar landers across all nations involved in moon exploration. Right now, real-time AI systems aboard satellites are classifying wildfires, tracking their spread, and calculating carbon emissions within hours of ignition. This level of immediate feedback is helping countries combat forest fires with greater precision that could become standard in climate disaster management. NASA is tracking a near-Earth asteroid called 2024 FT3, which recently made a closer-than-expected pass by Earth. While it posed no danger, its trajectory required last-minute recalculations, prompting renewed discussions about early warning systems and the unpredictable behavior of small cosmic objects. The Milky Way's central black hole, Sagittarius A*, is currently emitting small, irregular flares that are being monitored by the Event Horizon Telescope. These emissions may be caused by material orbiting close to the event horizon, and the flickering light allows scientists to peer into gravity's most extreme region. In Antarctica, cosmic ray detectors like ANITA are picking up ultra-high energy particles coming up from the ground, possibly from exotic sources like dark matter or even parallel universes. These anomalies are ongoing, real, and remain one of the most baffling mysteries in astrophysics today. The Kuiper Belt is being surveyed in real time by the New Horizons spacecraft, now over $55 from Earth. It is still sending back high-resolution images and plasma data about one of the most mysterious regions in our solar system, home to icy relics from its formation. SETI's search for extraterrestrial intelligence is currently monitoring a group of sun-like stars that recently exhibited unusual infrared signatures. Though likely natural, their thermal patterns mimic energy usage predicted by theories of Type II civilizations, keeping alive the possibility of alien technosignatures being detected in the future. On Mars, Perseverance is actively producing oxygen from the Martian atmosphere using an experiment called MOXIE. The success of this test, happening now, could one day allow astronauts to breathe on Mars or even create rocket fuel in situ using just local resources. NASA's Artemis program is rapidly advancing. As of now, the Orion spacecraft is undergoing deep space testing after its successful lunar orbit flight. These tests include radiation shielding performance and automated trajectory corrections for long-duration missions to the Moon and, eventually, Mars. Astronomers have just discovered an Earth-sized exoplanet, LP 791-18d, that may have active volcanism due to gravitational tugging from a nearby planet. Tidal heating could make it geologically alive, and real-time observations are currently underway to determine if it may harbor a subsurface ocean or even primitive life. Satellites monitoring the thermosphere, the uppermost layer of Earth's atmosphere, are registering unusual heating, likely due to increased solar activity. This heat affects satellite orbits, shortening their lifespans and increasing the risk of collisions, prompting global space agencies to constantly update their orbital debris models in real time.